Baan, the boundary of adulthood. What else can I say except for that was absolute cinema. What a just complete masterpiece. Just to give some context, Baan is an anime. Well, it is an anime, but it's a short film by Gigguk, Garnt, Grant, however you pronounce the name, that was posted to YouTube. The first anime, well, actually, I don't know if it's the first anime, but I'm like 99% sure it was the first anime ever just posted straight to YouTube. Great work of art. It was self-funded by him, crazy. And, you know, most casual anime fans don't really understand the significance of this anime even existing. But the fact is it's so far away from traditional Japanese thinking. It literally takes everything you would normally think, flips it on its head, and throws it the other way. And then throws it out of the trash can, burns it, and then burns it again. Studio Daisy did a great job on it. That is the studio that did animate it. Thank you, Garnt, for not putting any copyright stupidness on it, letting us react. And the OST, holy crap, thank you for releasing it, Kevin. This is beautiful. I've cried listening to it. I was so hyped for this. Once I saw once the trailer came out and it was even announced, like, I was super hyped. I'm glad it was announced and then came within the span of like a month and a half or something like that. Like it came pretty quickly. I personally watched it subbed. I watched it again in dub, so I did watch it 2 times. All right, now we're getting to the review. Art style, fantastic, beautiful. Nothing else more I could really ask for a short film like this. Characters, amazing in the short film with how many characters are introduced. And there's only 2 really main characters. Rin, the main girl, has her mom and dad that die, but I don't think their names were even mentioned, to be honest. And then you have what's his name, Daichi. He has his mom at the beginning of the short film. That's cool. But then Rin also has friends, but that's pretty much it. Oh, and she has like an aunt. The world, amazing, perfect world. I see the gamer part of it. I see the anime part of it, the isekai element of it. You could have given this anime to me and I could have told you this was directed by Garnt. Like I can see his personality into this film, and that is not nowhere near a bad thing. That's perfect. That's amazing. That's honestly how it should be. The world is amazing. I really wish we could have gone further into this world. Hopefully, if there's just more of anything, maybe a second short film, depending on how this does. It's currently sitting at 1 million views in 5 days, which is pretty good. I don't really know how that compares to a normal anime standard. Don't know, because anime doesn't really release their watch time numbers like that. It took me 2 tries to really understand the story, which I think it's kind of supposed to, because the first time I watched it, I thought Rin and Daichi were just 2 separate people, and then I thought they were going to each other's worlds. And I guess I should really explain Baan's story first. So the story is about a girl named Rin that is from a magical world called Ethana. Sorry for pronouncing it wrong. And she wants to go to the human world to be able to just work a normal job, just like basically kind of like moving countries, but more like moving worlds. But we're also seeing at the same time that her stepdad, or like her adopted dad, or her dad, which adopted her, not her real dad, Daichi, he has done the same thing, but he's already old at this point. But they do show him as a younger person most of the time during the short film, of him going from the real world to the magical world of Ethania. Sorry again if that's not what it's called. But we basically see both of these stories happen at the same time, but obviously they didn't. This has already happened for Daichi, and it's more like it's actually happening in Rin. But at this current time, when I was watching it, I did think it was happening at the same time. So that was confusing me. So I thought there were 2 different characters that were just going to collide into each other. So I was kind of confused actually when it showed Daichi as older and then Rin coming towards him. But once you know that context of it, that they're happening 2 different times, it makes complete sense. And then you also see Rin's dad dying. I think I was just kind of like a little lost at that point, but it makes sense. That is the basis of the story. Rin's character design, perfect. Nothing could be better about it. Daichi, a little boring, but I get it. He's not even the main character, and he's not really supposed to be anything more than what he already is. So works perfectly fine. The voice acting, oh my gosh, beautiful. Sydney, great job. Connor, great job on directing everything. It's amazing. I watched it in both Japanese and English. All the voice actors between sub and dub were great. I loved every single second of it. It was amazing all the way through. Could not be any better. And even hearing Sydney's voice, it did not take me out of the film being like, oh yeah, this is just a Garnt short film. No, like this felt like an anime. She did amazing. My favorite scenes is the scene where Rin is reacting to, you know, losing all the applications. It's just kind of funny seeing her like fall into the ground and be like, and like the voice acting on that part. And then her like trying to work her job, and like she gets like mad, so like she uses magic on accident and breaks all the phones in the phone line. That's pretty funny. Rin's backstory in general, pretty sad. I'm so happy it was included. I'm so happy we got to see the parents die. I'm glad we got to see some action, because that's the only thing I was getting worried about before that happened, is that there was just gonna be no action. And I was like, no way Garnt made an anime without any action, like especially when there's like clearly magical powers and stuff. But there was some action, there was some fighting. I was very happy with that. It didn't have to be a freaking shonen anime the whole 18 minutes, but I'm glad there was some in it. The dragon dragon looks awesome. I did in my original reaction say it looked a bit goofy, but looking back at it now, it doesn't really. Especially if you're watching on your phone. I think on a big screen it looks a bit goofy, which maybe most people are watching like that, considering most YouTube watchers watch on TV now. But because I watched the first time on my monitor as a reaction, and then I watched on my phone screen on the dub. But I love the dragon. I need it as a plushie. I need that thing. And I want it on merch too. Like, other than the kind of more merch that came out really quickly for the release, I hope they're able to do collab with Joey, like he said that they were going to do for Nonsense. That would be cool. So we're getting to the end here. The ending, perfect, beautiful. I loved hearing the voice recording of Daichi, clearly worried about Rin. And it was honestly just so beautiful. That's the part that honestly, it made me cry. Not, you guys don't see me cry in the reaction, but when I watched it again, it made me cry. It really made me feel for, you know, because I mean, everyone's an immigrant to the US at some point, but my family are pretty much direct immigrants to here. So the fact of all the struggle that they go to get here, and then especially me right now, because I have that feeling where I feel like I need to get out of the house. I'm a 20 living with my parents. I have that feeling that I need to get out of the house. But then I remembered that, yeah, my family does love me, and they want me to kind of always be able to come back home. And that sense of coming home that is added in the story, which is basically the main theme, honestly, is just coming home, really connected passionately with me. I'm really glad that Gigguk also went out and asked other people that have these similar situations about what it means to them in their travels and like what they've gone through moving to a new place that they don't know anything about. Runs in my family too. I felt that hard. It was beautiful. It made me cry. All in all, I hope we can see more Baan stuff in the future, more self-funded anime. That would be great. And I hope it just does well in general, and especially it being on YouTube. They're probably not gonna make a profit off of it, but I do hope it does make like a genuine good amount, you know. And especially when it's on YouTube for free, like you can't beat that. You can't beat that at all. And I'm looking at it right now. I think there's only one ad at the beginning. I'm not seeing any ads anywhere, or maybe there is, and I don't know, because I don't have YouTube Premium, so I don't know where the ads are, where the ad placement is. I don't see any. Oh well, I guess there is one. I just got one. As I was scrolling through it. But I hope Studio Daisy's impressed on how much money it makes, and I hope Studio Daisy is willing to take more projects like this. And I hope more people become passionate and actually want to create more projects like this as well. Although I am very scared that this is going to start happening more with AI becoming the rise. More people are going to create their own anime short films, but it's really just going to be all AI generated. Yeah, post Evan talking here, Sora 2 just came out. And look at this. This is crazy. I was half joking when I said that, but like, low-key, AI is going to be doing this soon. I'm proud of Gigguk for accomplishing his goals. He seems so happy about it, even if it made zero money. And he said that, you know, as long as it connected with one person, it was all worth it. Gigguk, Garnt, it connected with me. It made me cry. So I don't think you could have made any better of an anime. It was perfect. For what it is perfect. I don't have any problem with it. It was amazing. I'm glad it was made. I'm so proud of everyone who worked on it. Thanks for watching this. Subscribe.